Wednesday night, taking calls from the Bears. Hello, hello, it's Rangers Radio. Hello, hello, this is the Foreign Show. We're on the air at 9 o'clock on every weekday night, taking calls about the Jazz.
I think somebody's got the show on in the background, but if you can hear me, welcome to Rangers Radio. Fantastic result tonight for the Rangers. Rangers 1, Legia Warsaw 0.
Some result, true, eh? Some result.
Aye. Switch the show off. Switch the show off, Deej.
I'm new to this, mate. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Give me a second. Then we'll do it. Go and get me earphones. Give me 2 minutes, true. Sorry, pal.
Okay, pal. But anyway, a fantastic result tonight. Alfredo Morelos, 90 minutes. He came to the rescue once again. And I must admit, I thought that was an absolute amazing performance from Niko Katic. So there you go. I can still hear myself here. If you would like to call in, it's 0141 356 1972, or alternatively, you can.
Can you hear me, Drew?
Are you back, Deej?
I'm back, mate. I'm back. Can you still hear yourself?
Aye, I can still hear the show going in the background. If you give me 2 seconds, I'll try something. Right, guess who had the show on in the background?
It was you, not me.
Aye.
No, I thought the whole team was superb tonight, mate. Katic was just an absolute rock as usual. He's one of our most improved players this season. And just for Alfie to score his goal tonight was just amazing. Just topped off a superb tonight. Superb game, superb performance, just a total professional performance for the team. Absolute class.
Aye, I don't think I've ever seen Steven Gerrard so happy. Do you know that? The way the guy performed at the end. And I must say, I thought Legia Warsaw, I don't think they did themselves any favours tonight in sportsmanship, mate, you know.
Diving all the time. It's just shocking they were doing. Just dirty tactics all night, and just looking for the stuff off the referee, and we're getting nothing off him as well. Just horrendous. But we got through it, mate. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Aye, it's becoming a habit, Deej. You know, I think I don't know if we can point to one man in the team who didn't have a great game. You know, we're getting that every week now, and that's what we've been wanting to see. We've been crying out for this for years and years for a Rangers team. A Rangers team that never says die, never surrenders. Where have I heard that before? But absolutely fantastic, you know. I'm looking
even
at it.
McGregor had like 3 or 4 cracking saves as well, just to keep us in the game, and he was superb as well. Just amazing team performance. I'm just so buzzed, mate. So buzzed.
Aye, a big important result, not only for the team but for the club as well in terms of finance going forward, mate. That's us. That gets us into the group stages. I think the draw's tomorrow, but absolutely fantastic performance. I was watching it with my young son, my youngest son. The two were bouncing, you know, saying, "Oh, here we go, extra time. This can go either way," you know. But I thought they were very dangerous in the breakaway.
Yeah, they're a good team. That's the thing. We get through them. They're a very good team. Easily the best we've beaten qualifiers for the last 2 seasons. And to get through it was a massive, massive result. Really good result.
Aye, definitely, mate. But I don't know about yourself, but as I say, before the goal, I'm saying, "Oh, it's got extra time and penalties written all over it." And then,
I was talking to my mate, and I was saying the exact same thing, because he had a bet on for like 1,500 quid, and he cashed out for 700 quid. And I said to him, "Don't cash out. We're going to score. And he cashed it. And then scored 92nd minute, boom. Brilliant.
He's got 700 quid in his tail.
He did, but I told him to wait on, I bet, you know, but he didn't do it. So, yeah, anyway, his loss.
So when are you meeting him?
Tomorrow, 2 beers tomorrow.
I thought so.
Could have been a few more, though, if it didn't cash out.
Aye, definitely, mate. But they're great, absolutely brilliant. I think it's been a very difficult week for the club. In terms of UEFA penalties and everything else, and I think we answered them tonight. And a big well done to the Rangers support tonight. Absolutely amazing, absolutely fantastic. And I thought they held themselves back brilliant. Absolutely great. I don't know your thoughts on it.
Mate, I can't really comment because I still think it's a witch hunt against what's going on with Law being in UEFA board now and all that. I still think it's a total witch hunt, and I don't think we'll ever be out of the water with them. I think they're always going to try and find ways to sanction our club. Purely because of him, and it's never going to end, mate. But end of the day, if we stand up and just be a club and hopefully try and stop singing these sectarian songs, because I do it, you do it, we all do it with the game sometimes. But end of the day, we need to stop doing it, don't we?
I was doing it tonight, but she's no banned me out the living room yet. Anyway, we've been joined by our first caller, DJ, after yourself. Evening, caller.
Hi guys, it's Wheels.
How you doing, Wheels? Keep on rolling.
Right.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What was your thoughts tonight, mate?
Oh mate, I'm speechless. Wow.
What did you phone in for then?
Honestly, that was unbelievable, man. I really was. I was really thinking that was going to extra time. I got to be honest.
I think we all did.
Yeah, it just didn't look like we were going to get the luck. Do you know what I mean? And oh wow, honestly, I was nearly in tears when that went in.
Brilliant. We've been joined by another caller. I think it's a close personal friend of mine, Big Ulster. Evening.
Good evening, boys.
How we doing, pal?
Ulster.
How you doing, mate?
Doing well. Doing well. Brilliant. Loving life, boys. The house was near wrecked as usual. What a finish to a game. I was panicking because
Linfield are lucky today. Linfield are lucky today, weren't they?
Yeah, they were
really
unlucky. Very unlucky, mate. But gladly, the same story wasn't for us, which is great. The Rangers.
Exactly.
So what was your thoughts tonight, Big Ian?
Bit of frustration, the same as the first leg. That team were diving all over the place, and unfortunately, the referee was falling for it. So we couldn't really get a flow of the game. Every time we were getting a wee bit of a flow, somebody was lying down somewhere, and the referee was blowing, which was hampering us, I think, and that sort of knocked the stuffing out of us. But then it was obviously just a panic because you're worrying about Sunday's game, and you don't want extra time and to have to go through another half an hour, when you've got such an important game. But we just kept chipping away. We kept our heads together. I thought Katic was absolutely fantastic tonight. Goldson a few times made a few wee errors, but Katic was there to mop it up for him, which was great. And as I say, we just kept chipping away until we got there, and we got our just rewards because over the two legs, for me, we were the better team, and we deserved to go through.
Aye, definitely, mate. But we've been joined by Dave King's wine cellar. Evening, Dave. How are you?
Buzzing, lads. Absolutely freaking buzzing. Honestly, what a night, what a day, what a week, everything. Oh, awesome. Absolutely buzzing, guys. Fantastic. Man to man, outstanding, despite the flares, the stoppages, the fake tackles, everything. We are absolutely buzzing. What a team, man. What a team. Buzzing.
Listen, I must make mention as well, guys. I'm not going to give you my opinion, but we've been joined by a caller, incidentally. I'll get to him in a second. But Ryan Jack tonight, caller.
Hello?
Hello?
Listen, we are the people. See what I've seen tonight. And I need to go back to what I also said about Katic. Katic was an absolute, a pure presence. Somebody who we need and who we need for a long time. I cannot believe this guy. See the tail end of last season. I phoned up this radio station. I said, Katic, I'm going to get rid of this guy. This guy has become a fundamental part of this team. I love everything that he's doing just now. He's grown in the team, and I thank Steve Gerrard for the fact that he's been brought on to something that is special. See what he did tonight. See everything that he's done tonight. I would almost give him man of the match for how good and how well he played tonight. Morelos, we
it's an absolute warrior. I thought absolute warrior. So it was
absolute warrior. Absolute one of a kind. I mean, as I said before, it's so easy to look at somebody and say, right, forget him, he's rubbish. But when you see what he's done this season, from the beginning to where we are just now, he is exactly what we need. Katic, Goldson is up. See the back four that we've got. The back four that we've got is 10 times better than anybody else in this league. That's my opinion. What do you think about that?
Can I ask a question on how everyone's thought of Barisic's performance tonight?
I think he get the knock in the head we've all been saying he needed.
I thought he did quite well. I thought he did his job in the first half. And yeah.
He was effective. As I said earlier, I don't think we had a failure in the team. I thought Ryan Jack as well was outstanding. But can I just say, guys, a long time since I've been on, presented a show. I'm a bit rusty. I'm not sure who's in calls or no in calls. So please shout out for my ignoring you. It's certainly no deliberate. But anyway, getting back to it, Ryan Jack, I thought he'd a hell of a game. Goes about his business quietly, professionally, breaks everything up, makes a lovely pass. I just thought he was outstanding tonight as well.
The absolute class. I mean, I think that's why he gets called up to Scotland. I think Stevie Clark, even though it's hurting him to call him up, I think he knows he's probably the best midfielder in Scotland right now, Ryan Jack, by a long distance. And that's why he gets called up, because he had to do it, Steve Clark.
Aye, Ulster.
I would agree with that, yep. There's no doubt in my mind, since Stephen Davis has come to the club, I think that's actually helped Ryan Jack push on his game. And obviously you've got the likes of Gary McAllister there, and you've got Stephen Gerrard. So if you've got those three people who have, one currently playing alongside you in midfield, and two world-class players like them guys helping you when it comes to training to maybe improve your game. If you can't learn off them, you can't learn off anyone. And fair play to Ryan Jack, because he's obviously taken on board what he's getting told, and he's just come this season. He's just been an absolutely incredible player, and he'll be a fantastic player for Scotland as well. No doubt about it.
I think you're right, mate. Aldo?
I can't speak enough about Ryan Jack. Ryan Jack has grown more, in my opinion, as a player than anybody else. We had the situation with Kamara, who we all kind of laughed at. Well, in my opinion, I kind of laughed at the fact that Kamara was coming into this squad. He came in. They made the Premier League a laughing stock by the way he was going to be his business. But Ryan Jack has, in my opinion, he has got to be the most consistent player in a Rangers jersey. He has came in, and no matter if you're playing against St Mirren or you're playing in a European tournament, this guy knows what it's all about, and it seems like I think Gerrard knows this guy, and I think whether you agree or disagree, I think this is a guy who could be a future captain of the club, because of you lead by example, and that's what he's doing.
What about yourself, Wheels? Ryan Jack?
Oh, he's came on tremendously, and I totally agree there. He could easily be a future captain. He's such a different player to what he was previously, and I think you're right. See, since Davis came into the club, it's just helped him flourish. Do you know what I mean? He was tremendous tonight, and I tell you what, as well, just one other thing I want to say about Tav. That boy balling goalie better have nightmares right up until Sunday, by the way, because Tav is going to absolutely torture that boy.
Listen, I don't want to get away from the excitement of the night's game, but I think, there is tribute to be played to the coaching staff at Ibrox and Auchenhowie. I think they brought certain players on no end, Andy Halliday to name but one, and I think Ryan Jack's games come on amazingly. Getting back to what one of the boys was saying about Glenn Kamara, I spotted Glenn Kamara and he was playing for Dundee, And being quite honest, I was more excited about him coming than I was about Steve Davis, again, who was outstanding tonight. But an absolutely fantastic night, guys, and brilliant for the club in terms of finance and everything else and going forward. I think at Ibrox now will not fear anybody, Ulster.
No, we've no reason to, mate. We've gone through now. I think that's they're all the rounds last season and all the rounds this season without going behind, and we've played some top teams in Europe at Ibrox when we actually got ourselves through to the main groups last season. And obviously our rivals that we have struggled to beat for a long, long time. Last season we beat them very easily twice. It was 1-0, 2-0. Both of them could have been 3 or 4-0. So that's the way we need to start now with this season. Just keep that going, what we're doing. Just all we have to do is obviously your St Johnstone results, etc. last season, which held us back a wee bit, the 0-0 draws. I don't think that's going to happen this season. I think we're going to build a really big force, make it a fortress again, and that'll really help us to push for the leagues and to stay in Europe for as long as possible.
Aye, brilliant, mate. We're joined by another caller. Evening, caller.
Hi, how you doing, buddy? It's Ronnie Fairdy.
Hi, Ronnie.
How you doing, Bears? How lucky are we to have played St Mirren twice in 4 days? That was something similar, wasn't it? And it makes it better because I was watching that, and for the first 60 minutes I thought UEFA had implanted the referee with an instruction that we were not to qualify.
Well, I wouldn't argue with that, Ronnie. I thought he was appalling.
That first hour was shocking. I thought he got better as the game went on, but I think that was because he got tired, and he couldn't keep up. But that first 60 minutes was absolutely shocking. Some of the decisions.
Bob Miller says he's been a top referee for 9 seasons.
It was absolutely shocking, man. I think he'd been an ideal referee for the separate entity mob across the city, he refereed the Old Firm game. That was absolutely shocking performance from him. But anyway, coming on to the game, I thought Katic, that's the captain in the making for us. We need to remember he's still a young boy, but I was one of the ones, when I seen him the first few games last season when he played, I thought he was outstanding. I thought I just seen something in the boy, where he didn't flinch. He was like a young Goff, right in there, a young butcher. There was no fear with him. He was right in there, and then all of a sudden he got dropped. And then we lost him for a few games, a few months.
That was because of Worrell, though, wasn't it? It's because Worrell was having to play games. That's what we don't know.
We never ever found out the politics that went on there, but
well, obviously it was that.
Sorry?
I said obviously it was because of Worrell.
There was a wee bit of politics went on there, I think, as to how many games or whatever, but I think Worrell was never a patch on Katic, and I still think that now. Even a half-fit Katic is still a better player than Worrell in my eyes, but I think Stevie Boy's hands were tied there as far as he had to play so many games and stuff. But we'll never ever find out the truth on that one,
I think he's grown in stature with every game, Ronnie, eh?
Aye, definitely, but I think we saw that. I think all the Rangers fans saw that stature initially. And then when they played the first half dozen games, we all saw him growing per game. When he started off, he was good. But by the time he was dropped, we were like, why? The guy had come out right onto a game. We could actually see the boy learning and growing in every game. And it's like the night's game. I thought, even in Sunday's game and the game before, I think he's carrying Goldson. And I don't say that lightly. I do think he's carrying Goldson now. He's covering that whole back area, and he's also getting corner kicks, free kicks and that in the box. I think he's the only threat we have got for a high ball. And I don't know what the rest of the Bears think of that. I think he's definitely the only threat we have got.
I think I have to agree. I have to agree with you there, Ronnie. When I was watching the game with the guys there, and I was saying the same myself. At the start of last season, it seemed to be more Goldson was talking Callis through the games, but this season we've seen, in my opinion, Goldson maybe making a few mistakes here and there, not many, but some, and it's actually Katic coming to sweep it up. And it just goes to show how much he's grown as a player over last season. And this season, he didn't put his head down when he was put out of the team for Worrell because of the games he had to play due to that loan contract deal. He's worked hard. He's came back a better player. And if we're looking to get Highlander in, or Edmondson, or whoever we try to get into the centre-back positions, I would say it'd be hard to take Kent out of that team. Or Katic.
Yeah, I definitely. I totally agree with it. I think the one you've got to look at drafting is Goldson. Because Golson's a good defender, but he's supposed to be the senior guy. Katic is standing out every game at the minute. Every game this early season, it's Katic is standing out. Which is surprising considering his experience,
See, the thing with Goldson, Ronnie, I don't know if you'll agree with me. I'll tell you who he reminds me of, Big Davy McPherson. He's got a look about him, he just seems, slow and ponderous. Big Davy McPherson looked much the same. I thought Big Davy was a rare player. I
think you've hit it in the head there. I think about it, that's exactly. He was good sometimes, but you don't know what to expect,
Aye. I don't think Big Davy McPherson... Anyway, getting back to the game. Any failures in the team for you, lads?
No, none. I wouldn't say there was any failures in the team at all. I
thought Ojo was kind of poor tonight, very poor, and I thought he's been poor the last few games. I thought Ojo's been poor the last few games, and I was surprised he got in tonight. I thought Jones was a stick on tonight, and especially even after the Summerton game, I thought Ojo was really poor. And then tonight, I thought I don't think he'd kicked a ball tonight. And I hope all the scouts were, just on a side note, I hope all the scouts were there watching Morelos tonight, because I thought for 80 minutes he was absolutely rotten. For 80 minutes, And I love you, Alfredo, but for 80 minutes I thought he was rotten. He couldn't trap a ball or nothing.
I think the thing,
and he seemed to get a second wind about 75 minutes, where he was winning free kicks and stuff. But up to that point, I thought he was absolutely. He couldn't trap a ball or nothing. All his passes were going squee with. I was like that. I says, I hope the scouts are here tonight because I want him to stay all season.
Aye. I think it's well and on. It's been mentioned previously about the team maturing in Europe and them maturing, as a team. And I think that was really evident tonight. We all agree.
Aye, 100%, mate. I mean, we've got the fight back. Do you know what I mean? We're fighting right to the last whistle now. Do you know what I mean? And see, for the team, and see for Kamara especially, right? We know how he started the season, right? And we know how he's played for us last season as well. It really says something about our team that he can't get into it. Do you know what I mean? That shows how strong we are now. Players can't even get in the team. Do you know what I mean?
Good point, mate. Aldo, team matured.
When it comes to Kamara, Kamara started off like a legend. He walked into the club like he's been playing with the club for years. When I seen the conference with Steven Gerrard, what seems to happen in a conference is anybody that Steven Gerrard's with, whether it's Kamara or Ryan Jack, he ends up playing in the game coming up. Kamara, I think he's lost a lot of confidence, and I think that there are certain players in the Rangers team who need that kind of what do you say, like a nurturing kind of philosophy to make them feel like get a game every day. I think this is why
a wee arm round the shoulder.
Exactly. I think this is something that Ryan Jack has had, and this is why he's continuing in the form that he's got. Do you get what I'm saying, guys? When you lose that kind of arm round the shoulder, as you said yourself, you kind of lose a wee bit of confidence. I think Kamara needed that. I mean, when you look back at Wallace-Smith knew how to speak to certain players, and he would speak to them completely different, and he would bring the best out of every player by speaking to them.
Can I interrupt you there?
Sure.
It's just, I mentioned this last week on the show, it was about 4 shows ago, where I think the actual rotational thing is starting to hurt us now. You know, where it's taking the fluency away from the team. And we are, it's all right, people know, it's all right, like the coach is not saying, there's don't like, I watched Gerard tonight and he says that he spoke to every person individually in the squad and told them, no, there'll be games where they can't play because we want to play this way or that way or whatever. But that still hurts a player when they're dropped, you know, when they think, oh, wait a minute, he doesn't think I can't do that. And I think, but it's not just that. Everybody knows, MD plays football knows that you need regularity to be able to keep doing the same thing.
You need games, mate. You need games.
You need games, but you need that regularity. You know, you need that to get together. You know,
see even the Barisic and Flanagan situation, because Barisic scored this magnificent goal, and it looked like he's coming into some kind of form. I think Gerrard has turned around and said, "Listen, I need to play him for the next game because my whole idea, my whole philosophy in this club is if you do a good job, then you're going to keep the jersey. It's up to you to lose it." I don't believe that Flanagan has done anything to lose the jersey.
Can I come in there a second about that on that point?
Aye, Vindy.
I don't think it's the fact that Flanagan did something wrong. I think it's the fact that Barisic is probably more suited to the European football game, and that's why he's struggling with the Scottish game, because obviously Scottish game is more rigorous, it's more hands-on, and I think Barisic is more suited to the European game, and I think that's why Gerrard played him tonight, to try him out on the European stage rather than Flanagan, because obviously Barisic is a left back, a natural left back, whereas Flanagan's not.
But do you not think it's the goal he scored against St Mirren?
That probably helped him, yeah, but I don't think Flanagan was dropped for tonight because I just think it's a European game, and Barisic is, after all, the left back for Croatia, so obviously he's suited to playing out of Scotland, and I think the Scottish game is different from every other country in the world, obviously, because it is a rough and tumble game, innit? Let's be honest.
I think you're absolutely right. I think he is. That's his born position, you know, and that's what he does. I think the issue for me with Barisic, you know, kudos to him last weekend where he actually did us proud, you know, and he was man of the match, and it was fantastic in that game in terms of scoring a cracking goal. My fear is, you know, he's Mr. Glass. Absolutely. Yeah. I've not watched the game with Barisic, right? Absolutely not, where he's taken off at any point in the game where he's either got an injury of some sort. Do you know, and give him his credit, he'll come back on and he'll play, but do you think to yourself, how does this guy keep getting beat up half the time? Do you know, he is a fantastic player and an athlete in that sense. Do you know, left back for Croatia, can't put it past it, but at the same time, the guy's got to build himself up or take a kicking now and again, because regardless whether it's a Scottish game or no, you're right, you know, you get booted about the park against teams like, you know, he's Stirling, whatever it may be, but you know, even the European game and that, he's coming off with cuts and that, and maybe that could be classed as, you know, he's going to be feeling challenges, which you want, do you know what I mean? And if that's the body down,
you've seen that the night again, didn't you? You've seen that the night again, where
he's coming off 2 or 3 times because he's taking a kick and he's taking a beating. You know, what's happening? What's happening there? He needs to either build himself up or be clever in terms of his challenges to avoid those kind of situations. If that's his physique and he can't handle it, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, nobody was going to recover for an elbow like that the night, I tell you. That knock he took.
Well, Terry Butcher would have.
I think the thing.
I was going to say that there. I was going to, and Graham Souness would have as well. You know,
Morelos wouldn't have stood there and took that either. Do you know what I mean? He didn't have been that part, no bother.
Well, on the
All I'm
point
saying is,
of-
I think Barisic is more suited to European game. That's all I'm saying, and I think he'll be a big help this season in Europe.
aye, where
even
he
just
where,
for
where he
Europe.
doesn't where he doesn't expect to get manhandled or tackled the
Yeah,
way he did.
exactly,
And it's unfortunate for him that it was Warren player that done it to him. You know,
Yeah,
but he seen it the night. He begged to come off that part of the night. You know,
of course they did.
He spent 5 minutes shaking his head to Gerrard on the sideline. And then when he was walking off, he kept shaking his head, saying to Gerrard, "No, my head's gone, my head's gone, my head's gone." You know, he begged to come off that park.
He has got no heart. I know that for a fact.
Do you know
He's
what
got no heart.
Exactly. In a European game, he's done well. He's delivered. He delivered against St Mirren. Would I play him Sunday or this weekend
No
against
chance.
Celtic? Absolutely not. No chance. You know, I'd rather have a holiday or do you know, MDL
Flanagan.
in the back here. And aye, Flanagan. But you think to yourself, do you know, they're not natural left back people, but you know they've got the fight, they've got the hunger. They'll go in for a tackle. They'll be aggressive. They'll go man to man. You know, and if they don't win the last ball, they'll go back and they'll chase it and they'll fight like anything to get it. Do you know what I mean? And that's what you want. Something like that in that game that suits that. Put Barisic in that. He's a kind of. He's not a clever player, but he's a kind of finesse player, if you like. Do you know, when you play against European teams, he wants to go up and down the wing and stuff like that. See, in Scottish football, he'll pass back to the defence. That's natural.
On Sunday, I think their biggest threat is James Forrest, and I think John Flanagan against James Forrest, he'll do well against Forrest. I think
he'll bully him.
Barisic won't.
Honestly, bully him
exactly.
off the ball. Barisic wouldn't do that. He'd try and be
Exactly.
clever.
I think the night might be a blessing for us, guys. I think the night might be a blessing for us where Flanagan's an absolute certainty now. And then, coming back to your comment about Forrest. Forrest always runs down the wide and comes in to the middle. The difference is he's no used to coming into the middle where there's Katic and Goldson. He's coming in against easy defenders. And any time he's come up against two central defenders, he's done nothing. You know, so that's the difference. So if he comes up against Flanagan's taking him out. Plain and simple.
Yeah, and also Flanagan's right-footed, so he can't come inside against Flanagan because Flanagan's got him.
Aye, so that's going to wipe that story right out, you know.
I'll be honest, guys, I've got to completely disagree. For me on Sunday, Halliday is an absolute certainty. For the fight, the passion.
I don't think I disagree with him. I think that's just we're all disagreeing on Barisic, but not like, you know, the answer is either Flanagan or Halliday. I would take either or. Halliday every day on the basis of passion, fight and hunger, you know, but
and he goes in for every tackle against them. He crunches into every tackle.
Absolutely.
But do you think
a challenge at all?
Flanagan does that?
You know,
exactly.
Flanagan's he's off his seat. He'll go in, you know. The only problem with Flanagan for me is he's borderline a yellow card in the first 15 minutes, and then that sets us back, you know. But the same sentence, you know, Halliday the exact same, and that's what I love about Halliday. You know, the story of the career and the history behind Halliday is, regardless of the crap he's been through, you know, he's passionate through and through, and he'll play any position for Rangers and give his utmost. Is he good in any position and outstanding? Absolutely not. But you know, he will fight every last second, every last ball for the team. And that's all.
But Flanagan's an actual fullback, whereas Halliday's no. Flanagan, even though he's the wrong side, he's still got that fullback instinct. You know, whereas
I think it's
Halliday's
a mentality.
no.
And I think they brought it on tonight. We spoke about, you know, as soon as he was brought on, Tavernier had the ability or the desire to go further forward because he knew that there was the backup there before. He'd always come in the middle then. You know, 100%. It was like he'd drop into a centre back three. You know, that's what he would do. So Tavernier knew.
Whereas you probably tend to find Halliday would run up with Halliday on the opposite side.
Can I come in a minute, guys? Can I come in? I'm
Certainly
listening
true.
to you there. I've been on here since day one, guys, and it's absolutely fantastic. We get a momentous result in Europe the night, and we've turned out now to taking that mob on. Now, I don't know, remember the last time we were this confident and, had every faith in the team for what we can do and what this team can achieve. I think it was an amazing performance tonight. It showed maturity, it showed patience. Goal in the last minute, Alfredo does it again. The goal's in the lobby, incidentally, absolutely brilliant. You could never get fed up watching it. But I think already, we're turning to Sunday and saying, bring them on. So I think it's indicative of the way the team's playing. And that was the point I was trying to make earlier about the maturity in the team and how we're growing as a team. We're arguing about, Flanagan, Halliday, Barisic. We're talking about 3 fullbacks there for the one position, guys. And the options each one of them gives us is different. It's absolutely fantastic, and I'm loving listening to you guys talking about it. But getting back to the night, momentous result for the club. Financially, it could mean a lot. And maybe certain transfers are dependent on the money it's going to bring in.
Can I be honest?
Yep, I agree.
I was more fearful the St Mirren game, thinking we're going to lose this. It's going to go to a 1-0 defeat against us. It's going to be a set piece that costs us. See the game tonight, and every European night, and I don't know whether it's Gerrard, the way that sets the team up, sets us all out. I have no fear in a European game when we play at all. I think we are suited to European football. The team that's been built and designed is phenomenal. We're attacking, free-flowing football, and that's when we can play a game naturally. I think when we come up against teams like St Mirren and East Stirling, etc., that's where we find it difficult to break down. My fear tonight was, these guys have never conceded a goal whatsoever. In the last, I think it was 7 European games or whatever it may be, and I thought, difficult to break down. Our challenge is we always try and play it into the goal, and that's the difficulty. So we have all the possession, we have all the passion, all the play, but we can never break it down. I never fear European games, absolutely whatsoever. Tonight was phenomenal and it was outstanding. And even if we went in the extra time, I still seen that we'd go through. The team that's been built is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I think the key crucial part is we keep Alfredo at all costs. I know we're giving him a new contract, I reckon we need to keep him for another year and then he's gone. But even if it takes reconsidering that or renegotiating that contract, we do it, regardless of whether there's 18, 20 million on the cards. You need to look at that's easily gave us £10 million a night. Easily going through there. So that's half the cost that he would be. Think of what it's going to give if we get through other stages, whatever it may be, or through the league. I just genuinely think we need to keep him. That's my only ask of this season, this transfer window. Is keep Alfredo.
The question I think with that is right. Tonight, Galatasaray obviously weren't interested today about Morelos, but see we us qualifying now for the next stage of Europa League. Do you think you want to leave, or do you want to stay with us for a season now we've qualified for it? That's a big thing.
I think that he's been spoken to on the basis of, stay here for another year, build yourself up, and there'll be other teams asking that you want to go for. I think he genuinely is destined for the Premier League down in England. I think he's been spoken to wisely by his agent and also by Gerrard, because I think there was chaos happening tonight. He was actually in the middle of the park celebrating success. He wasn't getting involved in the chaos, the after-match thoughts. I think if you look at him at the start of this season, up until this point, I'm absolutely mesmerised by him in the sense of he's not reacting, he's not responding, he's matured as a player. And I don't know whether somebody said to him, nobody wants to buy you if you're going to react like that, because you're out of steam with the amount of red cards that you get. But he's matured as a player. Something's happened, He's not went to China, despite the bids that came in. There was bids from Turkey, etc., that came in as well. That's not happened either. So I genuinely think he wants to play English football, but I think he realises, look at the global awareness that people get on him as a player in terms of scouts, in terms of his agent. He must be saying, you're on the European stage now. Play well, play clever, and maybe this time, it might not be the end of next season, but it might be January, somebody comes out with a bid for him. But at least if we get him to January, he's doing well for his career and we're getting the best of him.
If he scores against them on Sunday or this season and does well in Europe, his value will go up and he'll be more recognised, I think. So this is a big, big season for him. And he won't stay. I don't think he'll be here next season. But this is a massive season for him, and he knows that himself.
Totally agree.
Anybody want to come in on that? I think
I think.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I would like to make the point that it doesn't actually matter whether Morelos scores against Celtic. I don't think it's a big deal. I think that what Morelos does and how many goals he has scored is the factor. Now, we can turn around across the pond and look at the puddle drinkers who sold a striker for... What was that cunt's name? I can't remember. Dembele. And they made sure that they wanted to promote him as somebody who scored. They scored against Rangers, and he scored in European tournaments. Morelos hasn't scored against Celtic, and we're talking about this guy who scored against Rangers. Rangers were not who we are just now. Morelos doesn't need to prove himself to anybody.
He does to the Scottish media, doesn't he? To the Scottish media, he does.
I think
exactly.
That's what I was going to say there. The difference is the Scottish media the now sell Celtic's players. We don't have MD.
Exactly.
We don't have a Seville calculator that calculates out the value of players. The Celtic have got the media calculating the value of their players, and they're bumming up no end. And that's why they're getting the big bucks for other players. Whereas we don't have that support for the media.
I think for any Rangers striker as well, lads, you earn your wings, you've got to score against them. Gordon Jury carries it about at this day that he never scored against them, so I think it's, it's priority for a Rangers striker. I think you've got to score against them. But a fantastic result tonight. I'm over the moon with it. I thought it was a mature performance. We fought right to the end, and what a goal it was. Absolutely brilliant. Not a failure in the team. A real mature performance. And as I said earlier, big congratulations to the backroom staff. I think they're getting a lot more decisions right than they are wrong nowadays, Ulster?
100%, mate. You can see it. We're a different animal now. We're not especially the games like St Mirren, the Kilmarnock game. We just don't get over the line in seasons past. But there's a different mentality now for the team and a will to win. And they're going right to the end. We've seen it again tonight. They kept battling, kept chipping away, never kept the heads down, always kept the heads high, believing in themselves that they could get the goal, which they did do, and that's the difference. And that's what the difference between coming second or third or winning league titles.
Here.
Anybody else want to come in?
I'll just say one thing before I go, guys. Warsaw are a real established team, a real worthy opponent to any European league. We've worked through the tie professionally, and we've become the better team. It shows you the progress of where we've came from to where we are just now. I'm just going to leave you and say that we really have become the people. We always were the people, of course, but Jesus, it's so good to be a part of this. I love it. I love every minute of it.
Can I interject on that?
Sure.
Go ahead, mate. Sure.
4 qualifiers last season, 4 qualifiers this season, and we've been through them all. And I think the time is now. The time is now. We are the people. That's all I'm going to say.
We are the people. We've done it since Gerrard has walked in. He knows what European tournaments are all about. We've did so well. Listen, guys, going to love yous and leave yous. Going to continue listening to this year radios.
Thanks for your call, Aldo. Much appreciated, mate.
Yeah, great call, mate.
We are the people. No surrender.
Well,
See you later,
I think the point Aldo's making as well is, I think for me the bottom line will be a wee buying silver polish at the end of the season, guys. That'll be the thing for me. I think this team will deserve a trophy at the end of this season. What that'll be remains to be seen, but I think that's the way it's going to be for us now.
Yeah,
Anybody?
I think so, mate.
It's going to be hard, guys, because see, we've watched the last two games, like the night and then Sunday, and also against East Fife to a lesser degree. This is what we're going to be watching all season. It's going to be, it's going to be brutal on us to watch, where we're going to be playing teams that are going to sit back and they're going to play for a wee break at the corner, the odd free kick. We're going to watch this all season now, because what we done to Hibs is going to backfire on us, big style. And it's going to be the same in Europe. We're going to, in saying that, we're going to be the wee dogs now, so we might get a chance to play football, But as far as the league goes, we're going to be up against it. And a wee bit of, maybe this is going to teach them how they need to break these teams down, is what we've had to put up with the last three. What do you guys think?
Go ahead, lad.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I mean, that's how they set up. Every team in Scotland sets up with a full bank of 10 at least behind the ball, apart from them. So it's going to be tough, but we should beat them, shouldn't we? We're Rangers.
Well, as I said, it's better than the way it was under Warburton and Conchina, when these teams just came out and played us on the park. But they knew we were weak, and you know what I mean, and they knew they could take us on. It's a different situation now. That's why these teams are sitting back, because they see the quality of themselves and they don't want to hump them. And that's just
the thing is, though, now we're more dogged. I think we can draw out results now. It's proved that against the early games this season, that they can draw out results against Kilmarnock and St Mirren that sit back against us. So let's carry on doing that. And we're right. We've not dropped a point all season, and it's a big thing this season.
The last few games have proved that were these teams that had the balls to come to Ibrox and stand up to us.
Yeah,
the last 2-3 years, they're not going to do that now. They're going to come and they're going to throw 10 behind. They're going to throw 10 in the penalty box. Even against St Mirren there, they had 11 in the 6-yard box at one point. 11 players.
Dreadful.
And it was turgid to watch. And even my boy, he's like, how can a manager be pleased with a team playing like that? And it makes me think. See, when they come to Ibrox, I can see them putting 11 across the goal line. That's how bad it is, because they couldn't get any further deeper. They're at home and they're playing with 11 in the 6-yard box. I'm like, Ibrox is going to be 11 across the goal line. It's brutal, and we're going to meet this all year, and we'll need to wisen up. We'll need to wisen up quickly, because the first couple of games there we've played, we've struggled to break them down. And we need to wisen up. We need to do what the man came over doing, and brutalise these teams, and learn how to brutalise them, because they know we're slowly learning, whereas we need to learn fast.
I think you're right, Ronnie, but on that point, gentlemen, we've come to that time of night, unfortunately. But I'd like to thank yourself, Ronnie. I'd like to thank you, Deej, Wheels, Aldo, Big Ulster, for phoning in. Have I missed anybody?
The big man, Dave King.
Oh, Dave King. Sorry, mate.
Dave King. How could you forget about Dave?
That's how I said earlier. I've not been on for a while.
I've saved this club for years, and you're forgetting about me. Come on.
Oh, sorry,
buddy.
buddy.
Sorry, I'm not kidding. Unfair. It's all right.
Can I make just before you close it off, True? Just one prediction, I think, and I could be totally wrong, but it's just a feeling that I have. I think Kent has celebrated that goal as much as anybody else, because I think that money that we've got tonight has secured his services.
Here.
Well, I hope you're right, mate. I sincerely hope you're right. But a big thank you to all you guys there, everybody in the lobby, everybody listening out there in internet land. Thanks very much for your company this evening. It's been an absolute delight. Rangers won. Legia Warsaw 0. Alfredo Morelos, the 90th minute. Absolutely brilliant. We'll be back on here tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. I don't know who'll be sitting in the chair, but there we go. So well done to the Rangers. Congratulations to Stevie G and the background staff at Ibrox. Good night, everybody.
Good night, buddy. Have a
Good
good
night,
time.
boys.
See you later, guys.
See you later.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Good night, all.
All along the walls of the Ibrox halls are pictures of legends of old, making history for the world to see. The stories of glories unfold. We are the legendary Rangers. We wear the legendary blue. Today, forever, and for always. We are Rangers through and through. Well, the legends come and the legends go, but Rangers live on just the same. For a new one's born when the blue shirts won, and we all remember their name. We are the legendary Rangers. We wear the legendary blue. Today, forever, and for always. We are Rangers through and through. And there is no doubt what we're all about when we face the world and say, bring it on some more, 'cause you know for sure that we don't do walk away. We don't do walk away.
We don't do walk away.